That's my bike you smashed this place up with. I'm the best at what I do. And what that is ain't pretty at all. See these claws? Unbreakable. You bet not.
Man, the likelihood of us seeing a rematch between Wolverine and Venom in full next-gen glory seems to just keep getting higher and higher. But with all that said, welcome back, true believers and all you merry Marvelites, to another very exciting Marvel's Wolverine related video. So while there has been quite a lot of hubbub recently pertaining to Marvel's Spider-Man 2, considering that game's marketing has finally started to kick off in full swing thanks to the recent Live from PS5 live-action promo, don't forget that Insomniac Games is also fully developing a completely AAA standalone Wolverine game, which surprisingly just got a whole lot of brand new information revealed about it. Now, I already did a recent YouTube short just the other day going over all the main new pieces of info that we do have for this game. And just to clarify beforehand, all of this information does come from Jeff Grubb, who, if you are unaware, is an extremely reliable gaming industry insider. If you're aware of the type of videos I make, you would know that I never really talk about any major rumors or leaks pertaining to video games unless the source that it's stemming from is extremely valid. And in this case, Jeff Grubb is indeed that source. But the biggest new piece of info that I want to discuss for today actually relates to the game's overall story, or more accurately, is how exactly Insomniac Games is planning out the universe that Marvel's Wolverine will be featured in. And even better, exactly how this game may end up connecting to Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So while all this information was being revealed about Marvel's Wolverine during Jeff Grubb's own podcast, he did go on to describe exactly when Marvel's Wolverine takes place within Logan's timeline. And shockingly enough, it doesn't even look like that the X-Men will be a variable in this equation. Where coming from this PlayStation Lifestyle article, it goes on to describe that Marvel's Wolverine will take place before X-Men. Insomniac apparently wants to avoid tying Marvel's Wolverine to any of the X-Men movies, and they intend to do this by setting the game in a time before the hero joined the X-Men, at least according to industry insider Jeff Grubb. Talking on the Giant Bomb Game Mess Mornings podcast, Grubb said that Wolverine would not be part of a team when the game started. Whether the character joins up with the X-Men further into the game remains to be seen. And I, for one, am 110% behind this. Primarily, I love how Insomniac Games, unlike a certain someone, is still remaining true to their vision of creating completely original Marvel universes that have the utmost amount of freedom possible to completely do their own unique portrayal of these Marvel characters, which are completely different from everything that we've seen so far in live action. And in the case of Wolverine, despite how much I love Hugh Jackman's portrayal of that character, I am personally beyond hyped to see what Insomniac's vision of Wolverine is going to be. And allowing him to completely thrive in his own standalone game, while also totally differentiating this appearance from the other live action properties we've seen in the past, is certainly making this shape up to be the definitive Wolverine experience. Rather than sprinkling hints of the X-Men's existence throughout the entirety of this game, it really does seem like that Logan himself is going to be the pure focus of Marvel's Wolverine front and center. However, if we do end up seeing a small tease of the X-Men at the very end of this game, I wouldn't mind that one bit. And in fact, it would make me even more excited for where the future of Insomniac's Marvel games could go. And speaking of teases, this is where we get to the most interesting aspect about this article, which funny enough is something that I've already previously hypothesized may happen in one of the past collabs that I've done with one of my online buddies of IronGen. So definitely be sure to check that video out if you haven't already. But in that video, Jake and I pretty much discussed that one of the possibilities that I could see happening with Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is that we could get a post-credit scene at the end of that game teasing Marvel's Spider-Man 3, as well as a second post-credit scene teasing the events of Marvel's Wolverine. Well, based on Jeff Grubb's statements, it looks like that theory may end up becoming a reality, saying, on the other hand, there's a chance that Wolverine and Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will share the same world. Grubb expects Wolverine to have a cameo or Easter egg in Spider-Man 2, although the games won't be too similar. Firstly, Wolverine will be a semi-open world game with a linear design that includes several smaller open world areas. Secondly, the game is aiming for a mature rating by including things like human dismemberment, something that isn't entirely unexpected bearing in mind the Spec Ops The Line writer Walt Williams is narrative director, which is another subject I've already talked about in a previous video. And by God do I hope this is true. If you've been following my channel for quite some time, then you know that I have been a massive advocate for a hugely expansive Marvel gaming universe. And while things in the past may have not panned out in the way that I had hoped, mainly in the case of Marvel's Avengers, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Insomniac's Spider-Man not sharing the same universe, this certainly gives credence to the notion that Insomniac might be forming their own PlayStation exclusive Marvel game universe, where all the individual Marvel games that they end up making will be intertwined in the same world, which was already directly teased at the beginning of each of these individual Marvel games trailers with the 1048 Marvel Universe number. And if we do end up seeing a cameo, Easter egg, or even post-credit scene of Wolverine within Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the hype for that game is going to be even more insane than it already is. But in the end, everyone, Insomniac is truly the master of their craft, especially if Marvel's Wolverine ends up releasing in the fall of 2024, then that is only going to further solidify Insomniac Games as one of the most top-tier developers working today within the gaming industry, especially given how much high quality and effort they put into each of their individual AAA game releases, and seeing how frequently they put out such amazing games, it's pretty darn easy to see why so many Marvel Games fans are eating so well. And I for one just can't wait to see more of these games in action. But with all that said, everyone, that's the video I have for you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. What do you think of this news relating to Marvel's Wolverine, and are you potentially more hyped for this game in comparison to Marvel's Spider-Man 2? Let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy, and for more Marvel's Wolverine videos like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, stay merry Marvelites, and peace out.